For the last 71 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in sports history.
The Celtics now lead 45. And West with a long jump. Russell deflected it and keeps it. Beautiful play. Feeds off quickly to Havlicek. Has been guarded by Krebs, who is holding back. Goes up. They jump long. Cousy throws it high in the air. And the Boston Celtics are the world champions. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Winkle. The guy up. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Hayes setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. It's Kobe again. Portland in 3 timeouts. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to shot.
And this fall, I'm going to take my time to South Beach. Join Miami.
James pulls up. Puts it in. 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio.
It's off the runner. Defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game. Series. Toronto is won.
But what if we went all the way back and redid it? Today is the year 2015. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of NBA 2K History Resimulation. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We just hit 7,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And I guess we're on the way to 8,000, and hopefully soon 10,000. That would be an awesome number to hit. So I do really appreciate it that you guys subscribe. You guys like the videos. You guys, all your guys' comments are awesome, and just the support, especially this deep into the series. I've done this series in the past, and usually by like the early 90s, it starts to dip down, like the views and comments and all of that. But this year, it's honestly, it feels like it's more. It's just gaining traction. So I really do appreciate all your guys' likes and comments. It really does help these videos get out there and into the YouTube algorithm, and you know, share the video to other people who don't know that this channel exists. So I really do appreciate it. I do have 2 comments here for the comments of the day. These comments are from the 2012 episode. So Datboy Blue 91. His comment says that Portland Trailblazers championship run was magical. They upset OKC in 7, then upset the number 1 seed, then upset MVP Kevin Durant and Dwight Howard. Portland Trailblazers title run was things people dream of. It's like Adrian Dantley and the Celtics title run in 1984. It was a really good title run, and obviously seeing Vince Carter win was really cool to see. So it was a very, very good title run, and that shot ban by Aaron Aflalo was incredible. The next comment here is doxed by a dreamer. As a Portland fan, seeing us fall short in the postseason year after year felt so normal and at home for me. That's hilarious. Shout out to Aaron Aflalo for giving us deliverance. This was, yeah, I mean, that shot by Aaron Aflalo was incredible. Side note, it's crazy how stacked Cleveland's starting 5 is. I think a question that hasn't really been discussed with the series yet is who was the best team of this sim. Cleveland might have the best 5, but MJ's championship teams with the Akeem were nasty. Showtime Suns had a great roster. 05-06 Raptors might have been the most dominant. It's an interesting debate. Yeah, it's something that I will probably look back on when, you know, we do our recap video after the finale and stuff like that. But this Cleveland team is really good. Now, it's weird because when I think of these players on the Cavs, obviously you got LeBron. He's, you know, one of the 2 greatest players of all time, depending on who you talk to, right? So, okay. But then you got DeMarcus Cousins. Now, DeMarcus Cousins was a really good player in real life for a few years in Sacramento. But, you know, obviously there were some issues with, you know, just his attitude and stuff like that. So you're seeing a different DeMarcus Cousins, probably because he's playing with LeBron James, right? Does he in real life, like, I don't know if, like, so he's an all-star, right? So he's played 5 years in this league, and he's only a one-time all-star back in 2014. So this past season, he was an all-star for the first time, first team All-NBA for the first time, second team All-NBA, or that was last year. He didn't even make the all-star team this year. Second team All-NBA this year. In 2013, he was third team All-NBA. So, like, he's a star, but he's only been an all-star once, an All-NBA player 3 times though. So, like, he's a star, but is he a superstar? No, I wouldn't classify him as a superstar. Not even in the sim. I wouldn't. 23 and 13, 3 assists. It's really good, but is he Akeem Olajuwon? Is from with Michael Jordan? Is he Shaq with Kobe? No, he's not. He's a couple notches below those guys. He's really good, but he's not a superstar. So that's why. So, like, I don't know. I wouldn't classify this team as a. And by the way, they signed Rondo last offseason. Or no, he was. Oh wait, he was traded. Did I miss this? Whoa, there was a trade. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Go to the Cavs here. They traded. Okay, they made a couple trades here. So. Okay, so they traded Kyle Lowry for Rondo and Seth Curry. And then they traded for Mo Williams and a 2017 first round pick. Wow, okay, I didn't even realize that in the and no one commented about that. What the heck? That's crazy. Okay, this video is going to be a little bit long here in the beginning. I apologize, but I just wanted to go over, you know, this team real quick. So obviously Kyle Lowry was a really good player. I can't believe he got traded. Kyle Lowry got traded. He's averaging 16, 5, and 9 in Philly. Obviously, before this year, averaging 20 and 8, 20 and 10, 21 and 10, 19 and 10, 21 and 9. Is he... Okay, so I want to look at his awards because I wanted to see... Okay, so obviously 4-time champ, 5-time All-Star, but, like, All-NBA third team twice in 11 and 12. Is he a superstar? No. He's a all-star caliber player. I wouldn't even call Kyle Lowry a star. I don't think. Like, this team, I think you're just seeing a team that is built perfectly around LeBron James. Yes, their overalls are high, right? Like, Cousins is at a 94. He boomed. Like, there's that boom or bust thing in the 2K sim. Cousins was awesome. Griffin played pretty much up to what he is, but he's only a 2-time All-Star, and it's not like his numbers are incredible. I think you're just seeing a team that is built around LeBron perfectly. I don't think LeBron has an all-time great on his team. Maybe Cousins turns into that down the road. And plus, when they won, Cousins was 19, 20, 21, and 22. Right? So, like, it's a little bit different. Kyle Lowry was obviously in his prime. But again, I wouldn't call Kyle Lowry a superstar. I saw a couple comments saying that LeBron has a super team. I think he has a really good starting 5 that is built perfectly around him. I wouldn't classify this as a super team. I think that I think the Suns were a super team with Magic. You had Barkley on that team. Who else did you have on that team? I can't remember right now. So, like, I think that was a super... That had a legit big 3. I don't think this is, like... I guess you could say LeBron, Cousins, and Griffin. I don't know. Like, their overalls are high, and I get that. But if you took LeBron off this team, I don't think they win a championship. I don't think they even get close. I think they're a first round exit. I think they're a playoff team, right? But I don't think they get to the conference finals. I just don't think they're that good. Like they're a good team, but they're not that good. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But I saw, and obviously a couple of the people, or at least one of them, was a LeBron hater, and it was pretty obvious. So like, whatever, you know, those people can be ignored. But the idea that this is the best team ever, I don't think that's the case. I think you can make an argument just because it's built so perfectly around LeBron, and it has LeBron to where it boosts this team to maybe the greatest team ever. But we just saw a team win 7 championships in 9 years. Like, I think we know who the greatest team ever was, and it was obviously Kobe and Shaq. And Robinson was on that team too, Cliff Robinson. Like, that was, they won 7 titles in 9 years. Like, I don't understand how you could say this team is better than that. Like, that team was crazy. So anyways, I don't know, that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. On to player retirements here, and Tracy McGrady retires. Mike Bibby, Ron Artest, Baron Davis, Jason Terry, Corey Maggette, Hedo Turkoglu, who had a great career, Richard Jefferson, DeMar Johnson. Let's see, any other big names here? No, not really. On to the Hall of Famers, obviously Tracy McGrady, 24, 7, and 6, 9-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA First Team, 4-time All-NBA Second Team, 2-time All-NBA Third Team. A really good player. Never won a championship, never even got to the finals. Very similar to his career in real life, which is kind of unfortunate. I know in a previous time I did this series at T-Mac, I actually ended up teaming up with Kobe, and they won a few championships. So it's kind of, you know, up and down with T-Mac in this series. Hedo Turkoglu was just ridiculously good. 25 a game, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 6-time All-Star. The fact that he was only a 6-time All-Star is kind of insane. I mean, he had more than 6 All-Star level years. Maybe it's just games played. Maybe he missed early on in the season. I don't know. Obviously, we have injuries on, so if you missed, you know, 10 to 20 games in the first half of the season, you're not going to be an All-Star, so maybe that's what it is. But obviously, a great career for Hedo Turkoglu. Never won a championship, but I think he got to 1 or 2, I'm pretty sure. Just obviously just never won, but was in Cleveland all that time, was in Orlando. Actually, I don't think he ever made it. Now that I'm looking at it, he was in Orlando from 2009 to 2012. Yeah, they never made it. That sucks. And he never made it with Cleveland. So, wow, never even a finals appearance. I wish it would show like finals appearances on here, so I didn't have to look it up. But obviously, 2 very good careers for both of these guys. They just, you know, just bad timing with, you know, being on certain teams. It's unfortunate. We have a couple of rule changes here. Division winners will no longer automatically get a top 3 playoff seed. I hate that rule. I'm glad it's gone. Introduce an incremental luxury tax that severely punishes teams that spend well past the salary cap. That is going to come into play with Cleveland. Obviously, they have a lot of guys that they got to pay. It helps that they're, you know, their own guys, right? They own the bird rights to all of those guys. But they're going to have to lose somebody at some point. They obviously just traded Kyle Lowry, so we'll see what happens with them. And then Brandon changes for Philly, for Milwaukee, Washington, Chicago, the Clippers, Atlanta, and the Toronto Raptors. On to the draft lottery here in 2015, and the Orlando Magic and the Denver Nuggets are basically tied for the best chances to win the #1 overall pick. The Indiana Pacers are at 3, Atlanta at 4, and Detroit at 5. We do have a Pacers fan. I forget your name. I just saw your comment today, and I thought it was a really, or maybe it was a couple videos ago. I don't know. It was a really funny comment. I think it's funny, you know, and like even like some of you Portland fans, right? Like super happy to see your team win a championship. The Atlanta Hawks, I've seen a couple of fans of Atlanta and Indiana, and it's really funny. And as a Nuggets fan, you know, obviously the Nuggets have had more success in this sim than the Pacers and Hawks, but still, I mean, being 0-2 in the finals is pretty brutal. But you know, the Nuggets are actually doing pretty well here. They have Joel Embiid, and they have Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. So an interesting trio there in Denver, and they're gonna have another top pick here. Let's see what the results are. Denver drops to 4. Orlando will take the number 1 overall pick, and then Detroit at 2. The Kings move all the way up to 3. Pacers fall to 5. Atlanta falls to 6. So it just gets tougher for you guys. I do apologize. I mean, you know, if I were controlling things, the Nuggets would look a whole lot different, and I would help you guys out too. But it's just how it goes, I guess. With the number 1 overall pick in the 2015 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Karl Anthony Towns out of Kentucky. So the number 1 overall pick by Orlando is Cat. With the 2nd overall pick, Detroit will take D'Angelo Russell. At 3, the Sacramento Kings will take Kristaps Porzingis. At 4, the Denver Nuggets will take Emmanuel Mudiay. Oh my God, that happened in real life too. It's not a great pick, Denver. Not a great pick. They needed a guard. It makes sense with Jimmy Butler. Hey, look, maybe Mudiay ends up being good this time around. Dang it. Dang it, man. All right, Indiana, and then the Pacers get Devin Booker. I want to cry, dude. Good for Pacers fans. Damn it. Damn it, Denver. You could have had, I mean, I guess they have Jimmy Butler, so the 2K thing, it just, you had Booker right there. At 6, Atlanta will take Mario Hezonja. I remember this draft. This is one of the first drafts that I was actually in sports radio for. And, yeah, there was a whole debate around Hezonja and Porzingis, if they were going to actually be good, right, with international players and all of that. It was just, yeah. Anyways, I remember this draft very, very well. Terry Rozier goes to Memphis, who I believe has Nikola Jokic, but his injury could affect some things. We'll see what happens with his injury. Bobby Portis goes to LA. At 9, Utah will draft Willie Cauley-Stein. I can't speak right now. And then Jahlil Okafor will head to Houston. Miles Turner is taken by Washington. Washington's building a very interesting team over there. And now getting Miles Turner, that's a really good pick. Dallas will get Jeremy Grant. Frank Kaminsky goes to Golden State. Huh. An interesting draft. We'll see how that shapes out the league. Free agency here in 2015, and Kyrie Irving returns to the Spurs. Russell Westbrook goes to Milwaukee. He leaves Miami and James Harden, and he is headed to Milwaukee, and that Milwaukee team is getting really good really fast. Middleton is there. Giannis is there. Yao Ming is there. And now Russell Westbrook. Wow. Okay, Milwaukee's building a super team. All right. Yeah, that's... Hey, I mean, they're going after Cleveland, right? And, I mean, and Brooklyn. Obviously, Brooklyn being the reigning Eastern Conference champs. They re-signed Kawhi Leonard. Chris Bosh is leaving Dallas. Wow. A great career, 12 years in Dallas. But he is headed to Houston. Klay Thompson is headed to Chicago. He leaves Minnesota. The Hornets signed Goran Dragic. The Warriors signed Joakim Noah. The Nets, they signed Kemba Walker. Ooh, wow. The Nets getting better. Okay. That's an interesting signing. George Hill to the Blazers. Valanciunas to the Pelicans. Okafor to the Celtics. Eric Gordon to the Clippers. The Nuggets re-signed Jimmy Butler. Bogut to the Jazz. Gortat goes to Miami. Let's see. Lamar Odom, he leaves Toronto and goes to the Kings. The Blazers sign Brook Lopez. Okay, so the defending champs, they signed a couple of solid players here. So they're going to be interesting. They re-signed Nate Robinson as well. The Cavs signed Jameer Nelson. Carmelo Anthony heads to Utah. He leaves Golden State. a lot of movement here this year. So a very interesting offseason. Kind of shakes up the league. We'll see what happens. Kevin Durant wins back-to-back MVPs. 29 points per game and nearly 8 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal and a half, and a block and a half, shooting 50, 40, and 90. So 2 straight MVPs for KD. Can he get to the NBA Finals this time around with the Clippers? The Pistons have the Rookie of the Year with D'Angelo Russell, averaging 22, 3, and 7. A pretty good year for D'Lo. Damian Lillard is the 6th man of the year, 20 and 4. I guess he's playing behind Kyle Lowry now instead of Rondo. And then LeBron James wins another Defensive Player of the Year award. That is his 4th DPOY of his career. 27, 9, and 8, 2 steals, and 2.4 blocks, shooting 48% from 3 and 83% from the free throw line. Nikola Vucevic wins Most Improved, 26, 10, and 2 assists. Moses Malone, with the goggles and everything, is the Coach of the Year with 67 wins. All NBA first team has John Wall, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Vucevic, but LeBron is injured, a broken right leg, so he missed a good portion of the season, I'm guessing, since he only has, 68 games played, but he's going to be out for another 1 to 2 weeks, so we'll see if Cleveland can get through round 1 without him. James Harden on the Heat, 30.7 rebounds, nearly 8 assists, obviously replacing or having to play without Russell Westbrook this year. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Dirk, and Al Jefferson round out the second team. Third team has Mike Conley, Kyrie, Giannis with 21, 10, and 5 this year. Kevin Garnett and DeMarcus Cousins is on the third team with 23, 12, and 3. All defensive first team has Kobe, Wade, LeBron, Paul George, and Joakim Noah. Paul George and Washington averaging 23, 7, and 4. All defensive second team has John Wall, Drew Holiday, Kevin Garnett, Draymond Green, and DeAndre Jordan. Draymond averaging 11, nearly 10 rebounds and 7 assists and 2 blocks for the Denver Nuggets. All rookie first team, D'Lo, Emmanuel Mudiay, 10 and 6 per game. Devin Booker in Indiana averaging 13, 2, and 3. Okafor in Houston averaging 14 and 5, and Porzingis in Sacramento averaging 15 and 5. Kobe Bryant wins his 6th scoring title in Toronto at 37 years old, averaging 36, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. He has no one in Toronto with them. DeAndre Jordan led the league in rebounds. Chris Paul led the league in assists per game. Dwayne Wade led the league in steals, and LeBron led the league in blocks per game. So on to the playoffs here. New Orleans, the number 1 seed in the West, with Drew Holiday, Lou Will, PJ Tucker, Serge Ibaka, and Valanciunas, with Wesley Matthews coming off the bench. They play the 8 seed Oklahoma City Thunder, with Mike Conley, Aaron Brooks, Justice Winslow, Derek Favors, Al Horford, and Nerlens Noel. Golden State has the 4 seed with Steph, Evan Fournier, Gordon Hayward, Zach Randolph, and Joakim Noah, with Sean Livingston coming off the bench. They'll play the 5 seed Minnesota Timberwolves with Ricky Rubio, CJ McCollum, Evan Turner, Anthony Davis, and Pau Gasol, Roy Hibbert coming off the bench. Phoenix is the 3 seed with Tony Parker, J.R. Smith, Stojakovic, Dirk, and Varejao. They play Utah, who is the 6th seed with Chris Paul, Wade, Andrew Wiggins, Taj Gibson, and Andrew Bogut. And the 2-seeded LA Clippers I don't think they have their healthy point guard. Batum is hurt as well. So some injuries there for the Clippers. Ginobili, KD, Glenn Davis, and Dwight Howard. They'll play the 7-seeded Portland Trailblazers, the defending champions, with George Hill, Vince Carter, Luol Deng, Drew Gooden, and Brooke Lopez. In the East, the Brooklyn Nets are the 1 seed with Kemba Walker, the addition in the offseason for them, averaging 17 and 5. Tony Allen, Kawhi Leonard, Paul Millsap, and Al Jefferson. They play the Chicago Bulls with Reggie Jackson, Klay Thompson, Jeff Green, Tim Duncan, and Jermaine O'Neal. Greg Oden coming off the bench. Milwaukee is the 4 seed with Russell Westbrook, Chris Middleton. Giannis is up to 94, Royce O'Neal, and Yao Ming. And then Steven Adams coming off the bench with, Lamar Odom is coming off the bench for them as well. He was traded there from Sacramento. Interesting. They play the 5-seeded Charlotte Hornets with Dragic, Monte Ellis, Jay Crowder, Josh Smith, and Andre Drummond. Cleveland, without LeBron right now, has Rondo, Tyreek Evans, Torrey Craig, Blake Griffin, and DeMarcus Cousins. Tyreek Evans was actually traded 4, and they traded, I believe, J.J. Redick away. Not a great trade because you lose shooting. So, yeah, I'm not sure what Cleveland is doing. They do not have any shooting on this team with no Kyle Lowry, no J.J. Redick. I don't know. They're going backwards. The Miami Heat without Russell Westbrook has Corey Joseph, James Harden, Wesley Johnson, Carlos Boozer, Gortat, and Mo Williams. And then Boston, the 2 seed, has John Wall, J.J. Redick, averaging 14 points for them, shooting 41% from 3. Joe Ingles, Markieff Morris, and Emeka Okafor, with Alex Len and Pondexter coming off the bench. And they'll play the 7-seeded Washington Wizards with Derrick Rose, DeMar DeRozan, Paul George, Tobias Harris, Channing Frye, Bradley Beal coming off the bench. It's a fun team. It's a fun team. It's a lot of guys who were like the second best player on their team, and then like Derrick Rose. I don't know. Could be interesting. On to round number 2, though. And the Cavs might get past round number 1. The Jazz are eliminated. The Wizards are eliminated. The Blazers, the defending champs, Miami, Golden State. So Steph is gone. Chicago is eliminated. So LeBron and Cleveland do get past round 1. And I think he came back. Yeah, so he is back. Let's see. When did he actually come back, though, for them? He was out for games 1 and 2 and 3. Wow, and 4. Or no, he came back for game 4. Never mind. Okay, so good timing that he came back for game 4. So they will play the 2 seed Boston Celtics. And Milwaukee gets past round 1. They'll play the Brooklyn Nets. New Orleans and Minnesota will face off in round 2. And the Clippers and Suns will play each other in round 2 as well. On to the conference finals here. The Milwaukee Bucks are swept by the Brooklyn Nets. So Giannis not ready quite yet. The Phoenix Suns, the New Orleans Pelicans, the number 1 seed, is eliminated by Minnesota. And Boston is eliminated in 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm curious to see what happened in game 7 here. Wow, they won by 1, 96-95. Redick against his former team had 28. Not enough, as Tyreke Evans against his former team had 25, 8, and 6. Okay, maybe it was a good choice to go out and get Tyreke Evans. LeBron with 21, 5, and 6 in the playoffs, just averaging 24, 7, and 7. Obviously coming off of a broken leg, so we'll see how long it takes LeBron to get going. But we have the conference finals. The Clippers, can KD get to his first NBA Finals? And Minnesota, can Ricky Rubio, Gerald Green, Evan Turner, and AD, a young AD, get to his first NBA Finals? By the way, injuries are stacking up for LeBron. A broken left finger for the season. He's not out. He will play, but that will affect the Cleveland Cavaliers. So a big injury there. So can Brooklyn get to a back-to-back NBA Finals? And can Kevin Durant get to his first? Game 1 goes to the Clippers and Cleveland. Game 2 goes to the Clippers, who take a 2-0 series lead. Brooklyn ties up that series with Cleveland. And then both teams take a 2-1 series lead. On to Game 4. The Clippers have taken a 3-1 series lead. The Cleveland Cavaliers have tied up the Eastern Conference Finals at 2 games apiece. The Minnesota Timberwolves force a Game 6. Brooklyn will win Game 6. So on to Game 6, and the Cavs force a Game 7. The Timberwolves have forced a Game 7. What is happening? What in the world? Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump in the Simcast then. I guess the Cavs and Nets will be first. So Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Can Kawhi get to back-to-back NBA Finals appearances, or can the Cavs get to their 5th in 6 years? On to the first quarter. The Cavs were down early, but they've taken the lead. And into the second half, Brooklyn has come back. Into the fourth, the Nets have taken the lead, 106-98. And the Cavs down by 7 here. The injury for LeBron, I think, just really affected them. And the Cavs have been eliminated back-to-back years by the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I mean, LeBron's just, he's not the same. He's not the same. He fouled out in 26 minutes. The injury really affecting LeBron James. Cousins was good. Evans was good. But, man, a tough year for LeBron. A broken leg and then a broken finger in the conference finals. That's unfortunate. But the Nets are on to the NBA Finals for a second straight year. Can Kevin Durant get to the NBA Finals for the first time in his career? They are at home for game number 7. The Clippers up by 2 after 1. At the half, though, they're down by 5. They've taken the lead back here into the fourth quarter, and they will win it 120 to 104. Kevin Durant with a triple-double. 40, 10, and 11. Dwight Howard with 28 and 7. And the LA Clippers are on to the NBA Finals. It's the Brooklyn Nets versus the LA Clippers. Kemba Walker, Tony Allen, Kawhi Leonard, Paul Millsap, and Al Jefferson. Joe Young, Manu Ginobili, Kevin Durant, Glenn Davis, and Dwight Howard, the starting 5 for the LA Clippers. Can Ginobili, after having a really, really good career, averaging 30 points a game in some seasons, can he get his first ring? Can KD get his first after really a quiet career so far? But now we enter the 2016 NBA Finals, and game 1, here we go. The Clippers with an early lead, up 14 after 1, and now up by 10 going into the second half. And they're controlling this game, though. 137 to 116, that'll do it. 137 to 120. Manu Ginobili, 38, 8, and 10, had 3 blocks as well. Kevin Durant with 27, 9, and 14. Eric Gordon pitched in 25. Dwight Howard with 21 and 13. Kawhi in the loss had 36, 5, and 3. 2 steals and 2 blocks. On to game number 2 here in the finals. The Clippers up by 3 after 1. At the half, they're up by 14. And now just up by 4 going into the fourth quarter. Back and forth we go. It's a 4-point game. Let's jump into game 2. Kemba Walker has it. And he gets a screen from Al Jefferson. 50 seconds on the clock. Kemba Walker to the rim and 1. Kemba Walker can make this a 1-point lead for the Clippers. What a play by Kemba Walker. So he can cut the lead to 1 here. And he does. So 48 seconds to go. The Clippers up by 1. KD will bring it up. LA trying to take a 2-0 series lead. KD over to Dwight Howard, and that's up and good. So a 3-point lead now for the Clippers. A big shot there by Dwight Howard. So who gets the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets, down by 3 with 40 seconds to go? We all know Kemba Walker, one of the most clutch players, at least in college basketball history, with that insane run with the UConn Huskies. Or is it going to be Kawhi Leonard? Tony Allen will pass it in. He gets it to Kemba. And actually, Kawhi's out. I think Kawhi fouled out. So Kemba Walker has it, guarded by Al, or gets a screen from Al Jefferson. I can't speak today. Kemba, spin, up and good. Kemba Walker with a big shot. It's still a 1-point game, and Brooklyn will decide to foul here with just a couple of seconds difference between game clock and shot clock. So Young will head to the free throw line. He hits the first. And the second is good. So Brooklyn once again down by 3. I'm not sure what happened to Kawhi Leonard here. Kawhi only 19 minutes and he fouled out. I've got to figure out the fouls. If anyone can let me know in the comments below what setting to kind of change that, because it's getting a little annoying. I mean, when you played 19 minutes and you fell out, that's ridiculous. Kemba Walker, though, with the ball, guarded by Ginobili. Walker down by 3, takes the 3, he misses. KD with the rebound, and he will go to the free throw line. Kevin Durant with a big rebound there could have just sealed this win for the Clippers. It's a 5-point lead now for the LA Clippers here in Game 2 of the 2016 NBA Finals. So the Brooklyn Nets are going to have to take a quick 3 here and then hope that the Clippers miss a free throw. Tony Allen will pass it in, and he will get it to Mills. Patty Mills wasting some time here. Steps back for a three. It's good! What a shot from Mills! So just down by 2 now. Brooklyn needs the Clippers to miss a free throw here. Young will take the first. It's good. The second is also good. A 4-point lead for the Clippers. No timeouts here for Brooklyn. Kemba Walker will bring it up. Got to take a 3 now. Allen will take the 3. Allen, no good. Jefferson with the rebound, kicks it back out. Walker for 3. It's good, but there's only 0.2 seconds to go. What a shot from Kemba Walker, but I don't think it will be enough. Yeah, I know so. I think this one's over. They should just be able to pass it in, and that will do it for game number 2. Howard will pass it in, gets it to Manu, and that will do it. The LA Clippers win game 2 and take a 2-0 series lead. On to game 3 in Brooklyn now, and the Nets with a 15-point lead after 1, but the Clippers making this a game here, now back and forth into the 4th quarter. Down to 47 seconds to go. The Nets have a 5-point lead. It's a 2-point lead. I don't think the Clippers can do it. 129 to 126. KD with 32, 14, and 10 in the loss. Kawhi with 24, 9, and 6. Kemba with 21 and 7. And the Nets avoid going down 3-0. Can they tie up the series in game number 4? After 1, the Clippers with a 5-point lead. At the half, they have a 7-point lead. The Nets now have taken the lead into the 4th quarter, and down to a minute 51. It's a 3-point game. We're all tied up. 50 seconds to go. 134-132 is now the score, with the Nets up by 2. Let's jump in. 51 seconds to go. The Clippers down by 2, and they'll pass it into Kevin Durant. Durant guarded by Kawhi, gets a switch. KD jumper is up and good, and we are all tied up. A high-scoring game here in game number 4. We're all tied up at 134. So a big shot there by Kevin Durant, and Brooklyn will now pass it in here. They'll more than likely get it to Kemba, and nope, they're going to get it to Paul Millsap. Millsap into the post to Clarkson. And Clarkson, I think, trying to get it to Kemba Walker, but he can't. Manu Ginobili guarded him. Over to Kemba, now to Kawhi. Kawhi mid-range jumper is good! What a shot by Kawhi Leonard! He has 36 and 6. KD with 43 now has it, guarded by Kawhi. And the Clippers will actually call a timeout here. Down by 2. The difference between game clock and shot clock is about 6.8 seconds. So LA will pass it in. It's Glenn Davis who will pass it in. And he gets it into Young, who will hand it off to Durant. Durant guarded by Kawhi Leonard. 15 on the shot clock. KD trying to get by Kawhi. He can't. Great defense by Kawhi Leonard. He'll get a screen now from Dwight Howard. KD driving left. Nice pass to Dwight, who will slam it through. And we're all tied up at 136. A great pass by Kevin Durant. Dwight Howard with the big dunk there. And now 11 seconds to go for the Nets to try and tie up this series, or we could be going to overtime. Ball into Walker. 7 on the clock. 6, 5, 4. Walker to Jordan Clarkson for 3. It's good! A huge 3 by Clarkson. Kevin Durant, no good. And the Brooklyn Nets tie up this series off the shot by Jordan Clarkson. A huge 3 by Jordan Clarkson. And we are headed back to LA for game 5 with this series tied at 2. On to game 5 back in LA, and the Clippers with a 5-point lead after 1. At the half, they'll take a 12-point lead, and looks like they have control here in the 4th quarter. Down to a minute 52. They're only up by 5 now. The Nets trying to come back here and make this thing interesting, but I don't think they're going to have enough. So the Clippers will win Game 5, 112-108. KD with 33, 9, and 5, 2 steals and 3 blocks. Dwight Howard with 26 and 12. Kawhi had 39, just 2 rebounds and 2 assists, had 7 turnovers as well in the loss. So we head back to Brooklyn for game number 6. And after one, the Clippers with a big 14-point lead. And now into the fourth quarter, they're up by 13. Down to 2 minutes, they're up by 11. And I don't think the Nets are going to have enough here. I think the Clippers are going to win their first, Kevin Durant is going to win his first NBA title. 2 seconds, 1, and that will do it. The LA Clippers are NBA champions for a 3rd time in franchise history. The last time they were even in the NBA Finals, they were the San Diego Clippers, where they won it back in 1981. They also won in 1979 as the Buffalo Braves. Dr. J, the Finals MVP of both years. That was the last time they've even made an appearance, right? Or no, they made an appearance back in 03 and 04, where they lost to the Toronto Raptors in 5 games in each series, and then they lost in 2006 as well to the Toronto Raptors, and then just a few years ago they lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the Clippers, they haven't won since the 80s, and now Kevin Durant will get his first NBA title. He came over not last offseason, but the offseason before that. They lost in the conference finals to the eventual NBA champions, the Portland Trail Blazers. And now Kevin Durant will get his first finals MVP. The Brooklyn Nets have lost 2 straight NBA championships. Kawhi Leonard just can't seem to win it. So the LA Clippers are NBA champions. Kevin Durant, 33, 10, and 10 in the NBA Finals. Wow. Wow. KD with an all-time great NBA Finals run there. That's pretty impressive. LeBron averaged a triple-double, I think, in, 2011, where they beat Portland. He averaged 30, 10, and 10. So Kevin Durant joins LeBron as at least more recent players to average a triple-double in the NBA Finals. On to player retirements here. Kevin Garnett does retire with the Memphis Grizzlies. Stojakovic retires. Tim Duncan retires. Steven Jackson, Chauncey Billups, Vince Carter retires. Rashard Lewis, Andre Karolinko, Michael Redd retires. So a few Hall of Famers here, as Kevin Garnett will make it to the Hall of Fame. 21, 13, and 6. A 20-time All-Star. I believe that is the most all-time. Yes, it is. That is the most, at least that I'm seeing on my GOAT list. The next most is Bob Cousy with 17. So very, very impressive. Kevin Garnett, the all-time leader in All-Star appearances. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year winner as well. A 1-time champion. 9-time All-NBA First Team. 11-time All-Defensive First Team. 8-time Second Team All-Defensive. Very impressive career for Kevin Garnett. Tim Duncan, 23, 13, and 3. 2 blocks over his career. 17-time All-Star as well. So that is tied for the second most. Kobe probably is right there as well now. But a 3-time All-NBA First Team, 5-time All-NBA Second Team, 11-time All-Defensive First Team, and then Chauncey Billups, 23 game, 8 assists, 10-time All-Star. Never won a championship in this world, but still a Hall of Famer, 2-time All-NBA Second Team, and 3-time All-NBA Third Team. On to the 2016 NBA Draft Lottery. Oh, wow. The Bucks have Atlanta's pick. It could be protected. We'll see. But they have the 3rd best chance to win the lottery. Orlando, once again, with the best chance. Then Dallas, Milwaukee, Indiana, New York, Denver, Toronto, Sacramento, Memphis, and Philly. So let's see who wins the 2016 NBA Draft Lottery. The Orlando Magic will have the #1 overall pick. Dallas at 2, New York at 3, Milwaukee will get Atlanta's pick at 4. Man, Milwaukee now with Russell Westbrook, they've got Middleton and Giannis, Steven Adams, obviously an old Yao Ming. Could be interesting. Nuggets stay at 6, Toronto at 7, Sacramento at 8, Memphis at 9, and the Philadelphia 76ers at 10. On to the 2016 NBA Draft, and with the #1 overall pick, the Orlando Magic selects Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. Congrats, by the way, Celtics fans. Thank you for beating the Dallas Mavericks. I appreciate it. And congrats to Jaylen Brown. I guess Jaylen Brown's defense was really good, so that's why he won Finals MVP. Because I think Jason Tatum's overall numbers were better. But congrats to Jaylen Brown and the Celtics for winning the 2024 NBA title. Very cool. But he is the #1 overall pick here in 2016 by the Orlando Magic. At number 2, the Dallas Mavericks will select Brandon Ingram. At 3, the New York Knicks will take Ben Simmons. At 4, the Milwaukee Bucks will take Domantas Sabonis. That's a good pickup for Milwaukee. At 5, the Indiana Pacers will select DeAndre Bembry. I honestly do not remember him. At number 6, the Denver Nuggets. Please take him. Please take him. Yes! They took him! Jamal Murray goes number 6 to the Denver Nuggets. I don't know if you guys can see in my face cam. Maybe I'll make it bigger here, but I have a signed Jamal Murray jersey. He is my favorite player, and he goes to Denver. Oh, that's awesome. Man, Denver with Jamal, Jimmy Butler, obviously Embiid, Draymond Green. Okay. I'm excited. With the 7th overall pick, the Toronto Raptors select Buddy Hield. That's funny. They were swapped in real life. That's crazy. At 8, Sacramento will take Cabarrett. I remember him. I don't want to try to say his name, but I do remember him. At 9, Dragon Bender goes to Memphis. Interesting. At 10, Juancho Hernangomez will go to the Philadelphia 76ers. Free agency here in 2016, AD does return to Minnesota. Dwight Howard returns to LA. Derrick Rose returns to Washington. Serge Ibaka goes to Golden State. Leaves New Orleans. Okay, Bradley Beal will actually leave Washington and go to New Orleans. So good pickup there for New Orleans. Andre Drummond will return to Charlotte. JJ Redick goes to Charlotte after being traded from Cleveland to Boston. Now signs with the Charlotte Hornets. Damian Lillard, he resigns in Philly. Tyson Chandler will head to Brooklyn. Draymond Green returns to Denver. Al Jefferson, he leaves Brooklyn and goes to the San Antonio Spurs. Middleton does return to the Bucks. Let's see. Zach Randolph goes to the Clippers. Interesting signing there. And then let's see any other big ones here. The Celtics get Joe Ingles. The Bucks get Brandon Jennings and Jamal Crawford. So the Bucks might be really interesting this year. Kevin Durant wins his 3rd straight MVP. 29, 7, and 7. 2 steals, 2 blocks coming off of his first Finals MVP award. So a hell of a run for Kevin Durant. I mean, 3 straight regular season MVPs, a Finals MVP, pretty impressive. Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year with the New York Knicks, averaging 18, 8, and 4. Ricky Rubio wins 6th Man of the Year with Washington, 13, 5, and 6. LeBron wins another Defensive Player of the Year award. 24, 7, and 7, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Nikola Jokic, Most Improved with the Memphis Grizzlies. He wears number 33. It's a weird number. But 28, 14, and 8. Nearly a steal and a half and 2 blocks a game. What the heck? Okay, I mean, Kevin Garnett did leave, or retire. So I guess Jokic just taking on more responsibility there. And then Brooklyn with the best record at 66 wins. All NBA first team has John Wall, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Chris Bosh, and Nikola Jokic. All NBA second team has James Harden, Steph Curry, LeBron James, AD, and Marcus Gasol. All NBA third team has Gilbert Arenas, Russell Westbrook, Giannis, Luol Deng, and DeMarcus Cousins, who has a broken right thigh. Man, a lot of broken legs for Cleveland. All defensive first team has Kobe, Drew Holiday, LeBron, Paul George, and Jokic. Okay. All defensive second team is John Wall, Rajon Rondo, Luol Deng, AD, and Karl Anthony Towns. All rookie team has Jamal Murray, 19, 5, and 4. Pretty good rookie year. Chris Dunn for Houston. DeJounte Murray for Miami. That's actually a really good spot for DeJounte with James Harden. And then Brandon Ingram in Dallas, averaging 15, 6, and 3. John Wall led the league in points per game with 36. Jokic led the league in rebounds with 14. Chris Paul led the league in assists with 10. And 2 steals led the league as well. Rudy Gobert led the league in blocks per game with 2.4. New Orleans is still the #1 seed in the West, this time having Bradley Beal, who actually had a really good year. 25, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists per game for Bradley Beal. They'll play the Phoenix Suns. Utah and Golden State will play each other at 4-5. Minnesota and OKC, and then the Clippers versus San Antonio. In the East, we got Brooklyn versus Toronto, making the playoffs for the first time in a while. So Kobe Bryant, Greg Monroe, Marcus Smart's off the bench. Buddy Hield is coming off the bench as well. Interesting team there. Washington will play Cleveland. Cleveland, the 5 seed, but looks like DeMarcus Cousins is out. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out, but another big injury for Cleveland. Charlotte and Boston will play each other as the 3-6, and Milwaukee is the 2 seed. They'll play the 7-seeded Philadelphia 76ers. So on to round number 2, and the Sixers, Spurs, Raptors, Timberwolves, Washington Wizards, Golden State Warriors, Pelicans as the 1 seed are all eliminated. So the Phoenix Suns as an 8 seed, beating the 1-seeded New Orleans Pelicans with Tony Parker, J.R. Smith, Rudy Gay, Dirk, Jermaine O'Neal. It's actually not a bad team. It's pretty solid. Dirk's still out there playing in year 19, averaging 19, 10, and 5 in the playoffs. The Clippers will take on Oklahoma City, and then Cleveland will take on the Brooklyn Nets. Still no DeMarcus Cousins. I wonder how long he's out for. Let's take a look here. He's out for another 2 to 4 weeks, so they would have to make it to the conference finals for him to play. And then Milwaukee will face off against Boston. On to the conference finals here, and the Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers without DeMarcus Cousins, the Boston Celtics are all eliminated. So we've got KD versus the 8-seeded Phoenix Suns with Tony Parker and Dirk, and then we've got Kawhi Leonard and his Brooklyn Nets up against Russell Westbrook, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Royce O'Neal, Steven Adams, an old Yao Ming. This is a fun team. This Milwaukee team is really good in the playoffs. Giannis is averaging 25, 12, and 6. All right, well, let's see what happens. Game 1 of the conference finals goes to the Clippers and the Bucks. Game 2 will go to the Clippers and the Bucks again. The Bucks take a 3-0 series lead against the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns get a game. It's now 3-1 in both series, 3-2 in both series. All right, are we going to get an insane comeback here? The Phoenix Suns are eliminated in 6. The Brooklyn Nets, after being down 3-0, have tied up the series with the Milwaukee Bucks. Will we get a 3-0 series comeback? It's not the first. It wouldn't be the first, I don't think. In my notes, yeah. The Kings did it in '87 against the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. And I think it might have been done one or two more times, possibly in the first or second round. Sometimes I miss those. But here we go. Game 7 against with the Bucks and the Nets here. Will the Brooklyn Nets come back from being down 3-0, or will the Bucks head to their first NBA Finals? And right now, the Nets are up by 6. Down to 2 minutes ago, they're up by 13. They have done it. The Brooklyn Nets have become the second team in conference finals history to come back from a 3-0 deficit and make it to the NBA Finals. Unbelievable. That's a tough way to lose that series if you're the Bucks. Man, that's brutal. Giannis had a great game too. Just didn't have enough. He's only 23. He's got time, and he looks really good. So we have a rematch from last year's finals. Can the Clippers go back to back, or will the Nets win their first after losing 2 straight in the NBA Finals? Here are your starting lineups. Got Quinn Cook, Manu Ginobili, Kevin Durant, Zach Randolph, and Dwight Howard. For the Nets, you got Kemba Walker, Tony Allen, Kawhi Leonard, Paul Millsap, and Tyson Chandler. The Nets trying to avoid losing 3 straight NBA Finals. The Clippers trying to win a 2nd straight. The Nets do have home court, and they lead it here by double digits here in game number 1. And they'll go ahead and win game 1, 113-91. Kawhi with 41, 3, 3, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. KD with 24, 8, and 7. On to game number 2. And the Nets, again, up early. And looks like they're going to keep control here. They're up by 13, up by 9. And down to a minute to go. It's only a 3-point game. And the Clippers make this a 1 or 2 point game? No, the Nets will make it a 5-point game, and they'll win it. 104-99. Kawhi with 30, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Ginobili with 22, 8, and 5 in the loss. On to game 3 in LA, and the Clippers with a 5-point lead after 1. At the half, they have a 14-point lead, but here come the Nets. 101-92 now in the 4th, 122-106, and that'll do it. The LA Clippers will win game 3, 127-108. Quentin Richardson is still playing. He had 22 in this random NBA Finals game. Okay. And then KD with 26, 6, and 10. Dwight Howard with 24 and 8. So on to game number 4. Can the Clippers tie up this series, or will they go down 3-1? The Nets up by 5 after 1, up by 9 at the half. And the Nets in full control here, and that will do it. The Brooklyn Nets have gone up 3-1. Kawhi with 28, KD with 21 and 8, and the Nets are 1 game away from winning an NBA championship. So game number 5, the Nets up by 7 after 1, but now, the 3rd quarter they just took off here, and the Clippers came back though, down to 2 minutes ago. It's a close game, but not really. Let's jump in. 97-92. The Clippers down by 5, trying to stay alive. The Brooklyn Nets with the ball here, up by 5 and a minute and a half to go. Kawhi with it, guarded by Randolph. Kawhi will get a screen from Mahimi. And Kawhi, mid-range jumper, no good. Man, he was wide open. So KD will bring it up. The Clippers need a bucket here. Cook will get it to Zach Randolph for 3. No good. He had KD on the other side. I do not understand that play. A minute to go. Kawhi now with it. Guarded by Randolph. Kawhi over to Mahimi. Over to Mills. Back to Kawhi. And Kawhi lost it. Oh, and Dwight Howard couldn't grab it. Kawhi will take the 3. No good. The Clippers have to score here. KD with it. Durant, mid-range jumper. No, he missed it. Dwight Howard with the rebound. And they'll kick it back out to KD. KD over to Cook. Cook driving, spins. Gets it to Dwight. Dwight kicks it back out to KD. Got to go here. KD mid-range jumper is good, but 16 seconds to go. And it's still a 3-point lead for the Nets. KD took way too long there. By the way, this is the Nets' 6th NBA Finals appearance. Their first was back in '89, where they beat the Houston Rockets in 5. Clark Kellogg won Finals MVP. They lost in '92 to Ricky Pierce and the Golden State Warriors. Then obviously winning as the New Jersey Nets still with LeBron James beating Portland in 7. Remember, that series was crazy because they were missing Kenyon Martin and Okafor in that series, and LeBron still was able to win. And then obviously these past 2 years just haven't been able to win it. They lost to Portland in 7 and the Clippers in 6. But the Nets up 3-1 in this series and up 3 with 15 seconds to go. They have a chance to win their 3rd franchise NBA title. So Walker will hit the first. All right, we'll hit both. Sorry, we'll hit both. 99-94 is the score. So the Clippers will call another timeout. But Kawhi Leonard, his 3rd finals appearance, he just hasn't been able to win one. He's on the verge of winning his 1st. So Randolph will pass it in over to Cook. Cook gets it to KD. KD takes the 3. It's good. So it's back to a 2-point game. Millsap will pass it in to Tony Allen, who will get fouled. So 8.5 seconds to go. Tony Allen could miss a free throw here. The first free throw is no good. The Clippers are alive. The second free throw for Tony Allen is good. Oh, I thought he was going to miss that. Randolph will pass it in. 8 seconds to go. He gets it to Manu Ginobili. 5 seconds. 4. Ginobili over to KD. Back to Ginobili for 3. No, he missed it. And the Brooklyn Nets are NBA champions for the 3rd time in franchise history. Kawhi Leonard will win his 1st NBA championship. Tyson Chandler, Paul Millsap, they both get one. Pretty cool for them. Dwight Howard and Kevin Durant lose their 1st NBA Finals. They're now 1-1 in the finals. But Kawhi Leonard now 1-2 in the NBA Finals. The Brooklyn Nets with a 3rd franchised NBA title. And Kawhi Leonard is your Finals MVP. Good for Kawhi, man. He lost 2 straight years. I'm glad he broke through. Kawhi Leonard in the finals, 29, 4, and 3. Had 3 steals a game, a block and a half, shooting 53% from the field, 42% from 3, and 82% from the free throw line. So the Brooklyn Nets are your 2017 NBA champions. Jermaine O'Neal retires, and Kobe Bryant, after 21 seasons, retires. Paul Pierce, Lamar Odom, Manu Ginobili, after losing in the finals, he retires. Elton Brand, Jamal Crawford retires. Oh, he ended his season with a broken left leg. That sucks. Mike Miller, Quentin Richardson, Jason Richardson, Drew Gooden, Amari Stoudemire. Wow, a lot of big retirements this year. And into the Hall of Fame we go. And Kobe Bryant, 28 a game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, a 6-time MVP, 18-time All-Star, 7-time NBA champ, a 4-time Finals MVP, All-NBA first team 14 times, which is not a record. I think Jordan had 16, Shaq with 15, but Kobe, I guess, would be 3rd with All-NBA first team awards, and then All Defensive First Team 10 times, 7 times on the All Defensive Second Team. Didn't do much once Shaq, got old and retired. I think some of you have commented that kind of lowers him in the GOAT debate just a little bit because he couldn't do it without Shaq. So I think some of you still have either Jordan or LeBron ahead of him. But Kobe Bryant will go down as the all-time scoring leader. So I've been keeping track of this. 45,668 points. Wow. I'll have this updated for you guys. So in the description, if you click on the Google Sheets link and then you click on the all-time, list tab on the bottom, you should see an updated list. But Kobe retires as the all-time scoring leader with 45,668 points. If you look at rebounds, he won't be in the top 15 there. In assists, he should be in the top 15 there. Before this video, he was at 12. If no one else got any more assists, he would be at number 7. But I'm not sure if anyone else, is there. And then steals, he would be in the top 10 more than likely in steals. So what a career for Kobe Bryant. Let me know in the comments below, where do you guys have him? Spent his whole career in Toronto, 21 seasons, all-time scoring leader. Is he your guys' greatest of all time? I know he didn't win anything without Shaq, but I mean, they couldn't even get to the playoffs. I mean, it's been tough. I don't know. Paul Pierce finishes his career averaging 26, 4, and 6, a 15-time All-Star. Never won a championship. All-NBA first team once. All-NBA third team 3 times. Manu Ginobili, 24, 7, and 7. He had a crazy career. 9-time All-Star. Obviously, 1-time champion just 2 years ago with the Clippers. All-NBA first team once. All-NBA second team 4 times. All-NBA third team 3 times. And then Jason Richardson, 25, 7, and 5. Only a 3-time All-Star, though. 2-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team. He's also on to the Hall of Fame. Rule change here, the timeout system being changed, and then branding changes for the Sixers, Bucks, Wizards, Cavs, Celtics, Clippers, Grizzlies, Hawks, Heat, Pelicans, Jazz, Kings, the Knicks, Lakers, Magic, Dallas, Brooklyn, Denver, Indiana, Detroit, Toronto, Houston. The whole league. The whole league has branding changes. Okay, on to the 2017 NBA lottery, NBA draft lottery. The Knicks have the best odds at the number 1 overall pick. Magic at 2, Chicago at 3, Memphis at 4. Wow, so Jokic put up great numbers, but they stunk. Dallas at 5, the Lakers are at 6, and the Chicago Bulls win the lottery. They'll have the number 1 overall pick. The Knicks at 2, Dallas at 3, Orlando at 4, and Memphis at 5. With the number 1 pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select NBA champion Jason Tatum. Again, congrats Celtics fans. But Tatum will go number 1 overall in this world to Chicago. At number 2, the New York Knicks take De'Aaron Fox. At 3, the Dallas Mavericks select Zach Collins. At 4, the Orlando Magic take Josh Jackson. The Memphis Grizzlies at 5 will select Alonzo Ball to team up with Nikola Jokic. At 6, the LA Lakers take Jonathan Isaac. At 7, Houston will take Markelle Fultz. At 8, the Atlanta Hawks will take Donovan Mitchell. At 9, the Indiana Pacers will take Dennis Smith Jr. And at 10, the Detroit Pistons will take Lauri Markkanen. Here's the rest of the draft. OG Anunoby goes to Denver. That's actually a really good pickup for Denver. Malik Monk to Portland. Kyle Kuzma to the Hornets. Bam Adebayo to OKC. It's a good pickup for them. NBA champ Derek White heads to Utah. So some pretty good picks there later on in the draft. On to free agency. Milwaukee re-signs Giannis. KD will re-sign with the Clippers. Paul George heads to Denver. Yo, that's awesome. Okay, so Paul George, he leaves Washington. Washington's honestly a disaster. So yeah, Paul George will head to Denver. Dirk goes to Brooklyn. The defending champ signed Dirk. I mean, it's probably a 1-year rental because Dirk is probably going to retire. But that's a huge signing for the Brooklyn Nets. They also re-signed Paul Millsap. Cleveland re-signs Rondo. DeAndre Jordan re-signs in Sacramento. Pau Gasol goes to Utah. Rudy Gobert will re-sign in LA. JR goes to Oklahoma City. OKC will re-sign Kevin Love as well. Jimmy Butler, though, leaves Denver and goes to Golden State. So they basically, so they lost Jimmy Butler, but they got Paul George. Interesting. Steven Adams returns to Milwaukee. Let's see. Any other big ones here? Tyreek goes back to Cleveland. Otto Porter back to Denver. And the Clippers, they signed Sean Livingston. Okay. Denver also signs Tony Allen away from Brooklyn. LeBron James has done it. 7 regular season MVPs. He has broken the record. 27, nearly 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2.7 blocks per game. And he has passed Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Wilt, who are all tied at 6 regular season MVPs. LeBron James wins his 7th. Wow. I didn't think he was going to get it. I didn't think the game was going to give it to him. Wow. Jason Tatum, he wins Rookie of the Year, 16-6. Ricky Rubio, 6th Man of the Year again. LeBron, another Defensive Player of the Year award. That's his 6th. I mean, dude. 7 MVPs, 6 Defensive Player of the Year awards, 5 Finals MVPs. He's 5-0 in the finals, by the way. Dude's incredible. He's incredible. Buddy Hield, Most Improved, 20-6 a game. And Gary Waters wins Coach of the Year with the Brooklyn Nets. All NBA First Team has James Harden, averaging 31, 6, and 8. Steph for Golden State, averaging 28, 6, and 9. KD for the Clippers, averaging 28, 8, and 8. And then LeBron, 27, 8, and 7. I think the defense kind of did it for LeBron there, getting MVP. And then Nikola Jokic, all NBA First Team again, 27, 14, and 7. He needs more help out there. All NBA Second Team, we got John Wall, Jamal Murray. Oh, whoa. Okay, there's 3 Denver Nuggets on the second team. What the hell? Okay, hold on. So John Wall just put up 27, 4, and 7. Jamal Murray, 27, 5, and 7. He's hurt. A bruised left hip. He should be fine. He will play. But shooting 48% from 3. Goodness gracious. Okay, Paul George averaging 31, 6, and 5. Shooting 45% from 3. And then Embiid averaging 26, 12. Shooting 43% from 3. Oh my. Now this is a big 3. That's ridiculous. All right, all NBA third team has Russ, Mike Conley, Luol Deng, Giannis. Giannis really isn't scoring. I mean, he does have Russell Westbrook on his team, so he's taking some of that scoring away. And then Cat, 20 and 13 a game. All defensive first team, Rondo, Iggy, LeBron, Paul George, and Nikola Jokic. All defensive second team, John Wall, Drew Holiday, Chris Bosh, Serge Ibaka, and Karl Anthony Towns. All rookie first team, Markelle Fultz, 12, 6, and 4. Lonzo, 8, 5, and 7. And then where is... Okay, so Donovan Mitchell on the second team with 12 points a game. James Harden and Paul George basically tied, but I'm going to give it to James Harden for league leader in points per game. Kevin Love was the league leader in rebounds, him and Jokic. And then Lowry led the league in assists. Chris Paul led the league in steals. And LeBron, once again, led the league in blocks per game. So on to the playoffs. The Denver Nuggets are the 1 seed. Wow. I'm going to go to the standings here. So Denver won 62. Golden State won 61 with Steph, Gary Harris, Gordon Hayward, Serge Ibaka, and Joakim Noah. Oh, and Jimmy Butler. That's right. Jimmy Butler went there. Why is he coming off the bench? He probably does start. Just, it's weird. And then the Clippers also won 61 games. In the East, Brooklyn won 63. Milwaukee won 62. And Cleveland won 55. Interesting. Okay, so Denver will play Portland. Utah will play New Orleans. Clippers will play OKC. And Golden State will play San Antonio. Brooklyn, again, the number 1 seed, will play Charlotte. Philly will play Washington. Cleveland will play Boston. And Milwaukee will play Detroit. On to round number 2 here in the 2018 NBA playoffs. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the Detroit Pistons, the Blazers, the Spurs, the Celtics, the Wizards, and the Jazz are all eliminated. So all the top seeds except for Utah made it into the second round. So Denver will play New Orleans with Bradley Beal and Drew Holiday. Golden State will play the Clippers, so Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler versus Kevin Durant and Dwight Howard. Got Brooklyn versus Philly, Kyle Lowry and Marcus Gasol will face off against Kemba Walker and Kawhi Leonard and Dirk. Dirk averaged 19 a game in the regular season, averaging 26 in the playoffs. And then Milwaukee will play the Cavs. So LeBron versus Giannis, but the Cavs with a lot of injuries again. No Blake Griffin and no Rondo. Unbelievable, man. Oh, and they're both out for the season, too. The injuries are killing the Cavs. They just cannot catch a break here with injuries. Wow, that's brutal. On to the conference finals, and the 76ers get swept by Brooklyn. The Golden State Warriors lose to the Clippers in 5. The Milwaukee Bucks are eliminated. Denver is eliminated. No! All right, well, New Orleans beats Denver in 6. The Clippers beat Golden State in 5. The Cleveland Cavaliers made it to the conference finals with no Blake Griffin and no Rajon Rondo. LeBron's averaging 28, 10, and 7 here in the playoffs. And Marcus is averaging 34 and 14. Oh, my God. Okay. Tyreek is averaging 13, 4, and 5. Isaiah averaging 8 and 5. Wow. Milwaukee loses in 6 to the Cavs. That's crazy. All right. Game 1 of the conference finals goes to the Clippers and the Nets. Game 2 goes to the Clippers and the Nets. Game 3, the Clippers take a 3-0 series lead. Cleveland makes it a 2-1 series in the East. The Pelicans are swept. Brooklyn has taken a 3-1 series lead. Cleveland makes it 3-2. They make it 3-3. And we are going to have a Game 7 between the Nets and the Cavs. Let's head into a game number 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Can LeBron and the Cavs come back from 3-1 and get to the NBA Finals? After 1, the Cavs up by 4, but the Nets have taken the lead at the half. And now into the fourth quarter. Man, it's a close game. 99-92. Down to 2 minutes ago. 109-104. Can the Cavs do it? It's 114 and 111. All right, let's jump in. Cleveland with possession here. 1:14 to go. They're down by 3. LeBron guarded by Dirk. Will get a screen from DeMarcus Cousins. LeBron guarded by Chandler. Takes a mid-range jumper. No good. Remember, no Blake Griffin. No Rondo. So here's Kawhi guarded by Dudley. And there's a foul. It's an offensive foul. So Cleveland will get the ball back here with 57 seconds to go. Man, if Cleveland gets to the finals without Blake Griffin and Rondo, that would be incredible. So they will call a timeout. I mean, it's been LeBron and DeMarcus Cousins really just carrying this team here in these playoffs. Can they come back from 3-1 against the Brooklyn Nets? The Nets and Clippers trying to meet in the NBA Finals for a 3rd straight year. Jared Dudley will pass it in. He gets it to Malcolm Brogdon, gets it to LeBron, and another timeout. We love 2K! Drives me nuts, man. All right, come on. Goodness gracious, dude. It's so annoying. Anyways, obviously, the Nets, the defending champions, trying to get back to the NBA Finals for a 4th straight year. LeBron, guarded by Kawhi, will take the 3. No, he missed it. Tyson Chandler with the rebound. Over to Bogdanovich to Kawhi, guarded by LeBron. Kawhi, no good. Whew, 38 seconds go. Here's LeBron, guarded by Kawhi. He'll take the 3. No, he missed it again. What are we doing? Stop taking 3s. Kawhi now guarded by LeBron. Kawhi, good, over LeBron, tough shot. Oh my goodness. It's a 5-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets. LeBron, 3 straight jumpers, 2 of them being 3s, and he couldn't hit a single one. Dudley will pass it in, and he will get it to Brogdon. Brogdon over to LeBron. LeBron, step back 3. Good! LeBron, this time he hits it. So it's a 2-point game. Chandler will pass it in, gets it to Bogdanovich, and now over to, I believe it's Kemba Walker who caught that ball. He did. All right, so Kemba Walker to the free throw line, and he misses the first. Cleveland is alive. 17 seconds to go. The second is good. So Dudley will pass it in. LeBron will bring it up. 15 seconds to go. LeBron guarded by Kawhi Leonard. 10 seconds to go. There's a foul. And it's on LeBron. It's a charge on LeBron? Oh, I don't know if Tyson... Okay. All right. Tyson Chandler with a big defensive play. And they're going to have to foul Kemba Walker. I don't love that it's being decided by that. I don't think that was a good call. Kemba Walker hits the first. And the second is no good. Cousins with the rebound gets it to Dudley. He'll get it to LeBron. 5 seconds to go. Over to Tyreke Evans for 3. No good. And that will do it. The Brooklyn Nets are headed to their 4th straight NBA championship. It will be a rematch between the Nets and the Clippers for a 3rd straight year. LeBron and DeMarcus could not get this team back to the finals. Obviously, no Blake Griffin, no Rondo. They were missing their point guard. They're missing their starting power forward. And when you're paying those guys that much money, it's, you don't have a lot of depth. There's Kemba Walker hoisting up the Eastern Conference Finals trophy. And the Brooklyn Nets headed back to the NBA Finals. This time, though, with Dirk. And Dirk is having a great playoff run. LeBron, by the way, had 45, 11, and 11. Did have 6 turnovers, but he did everything he could. Dirk with 28, 12, and 8, though. He was awesome. So we have, for a 3rd straight year, the LA Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets. Sean Livingston, Eric Gordon, Kevin Durant, Zach Randolph, and Dwight Howard is your starting 5 for the LA Clippers. For the Nets, it's Kemba Walker, C.D. Osman, Kawhi Leonard, Paul Millsap, and Tyson Chandler, with, I'm guessing, Dirk coming off the bench. So on to Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals. The Clippers up by 8 after 1, up by 22 at the half. And, yeah, the Clippers will blow out the Nets 123-108. Kawhi with 22. KD with 24, 9, and 12. Zach Randolph with 20 and 12. Game 2 of the NBA Finals. And the Clippers again up early, up by 13 after 1. Up by 18 at the half. And it's another blowout. The LA Clippers will go up 2-0, headed back to LA. 135-109. Kawhi with 33. KD, though, 37, 12, and 8. So the Clippers head back to LA up 2-0. Here in Game 3, the Nets up by 6 after 1, up by 16 at the half. But the Clippers have come back and have taken the lead. Now it's all tied up at 89. 54 seconds to go. Let's jump in. Dwight Howard will pass it in to Kevin Durant. 52 seconds to go. We're all tied up. KD guarded by Kawhi Leonard. Durant will hold it here. 12 on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Randolph. Kawhi, great defense, but KD gets loose. Step back jumper. Good! Kevin Durant with a huge shot there. Gives the Clippers a 2-point lead, 91-89. Dirk came over to double. A good contest, but Kevin Durant with a big-time shot. And the Clippers are now up by 2. Tyson Chandler will pass it in. Gets it into Kemba Walker, guarded by Sean Livingston. Walker, 18 on the shot clock. Kemba, mid-range jumper. No good, rims in and out. And they will foul Dwight Howard. A good foul there, getting a little chippy between Tyson Chandler and Dwight Howard. And 26 seconds to go here. Dwight Howard at the free throw line misses the first. And the second for Dwight Howard is good. So he goes 1 for 2. Whatever. 26 seconds to go. And the Clippers up by 3. Who will be the hero here in game number 3? The Clippers trying to take a 3-0 series lead. Tyson Chandler will pass it in to Kemba. Walker at the top here, 18 on the shot clock. Walker, mid-range jump. No, he'll pass it to Paul Millsap. And he will dunk it through, so 92-91. And, oh, that could have been a steal, but Bogdanovich will foul, so Eric Gordon to the free throw line. And he hits the first. The second is also good. So back to a 3-point lead for the Clippers. 16 seconds to go. Kemba Walker will bring it up. Guarded by Livingston. Walker takes the three. Good! Kemba Walker ties it up at 94. 9.7 seconds to go. What a shot by Kemba Walker. So Kevin Durant and the Clippers will have a chance here to win it. 9.7 seconds to go. KD guarded by Kawhi. He'll hold it here. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3. Durant for 3. No, he missed it. And that will do it. We got overtime here in game number 3. Into the simcast here for overtime. And the Clippers with the lead. It's a 1-point lead. Back and forth we go. Down to a minute to go. The Nets with a 3-point lead. 47 seconds to go. All right, let's jump in here. The Clippers do have the ball. But they are down by 3. So Dwight Howard will pass it in. And, wow, he gets it to Durant. Durant was wide open. He'll lay it up and in. So it's a 1-point game now with 45 seconds to go. Walker will bring it up. Walker, guarded by Livingston. Will step back and take the three. He's fouled. A horrible foul by Sean Livingston, and Kemba Walker will head to the free throw line as he hits the first of 3. The second is good. And the third is good. Man, what a horrible foul by Sean Livingston. There still is time, though. The Clippers down by 4 with 35 seconds to go. So we'll see what the Clippers do here out of the timeout. Dwight Howard will pass it in. And he'll get it to Livingston. Gets it to Randolph. Randolph hands it off to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant driving, throws alley-oop, and it's stolen by Tyson Chandler. And that will do it. The Brooklyn Nets will avoid going down 3-0. They'll win game 3 here in LA. A big win. And what a shot at the end of regulation by Kemba Walker to tie up the game. Game number 4, once again in LA. And after one, the Nets with a 1-point lead at the half. They have a 3-point lead. But the Clippers still hanging around. They've taken a 9-point lead into the fourth. Wow. The Clippers with a big fourth quarter. And down to 50 seconds to go. They're up by 8, and that'll do it. The LA Clippers have taken a 3-1 series lead. KD with 35, 9, and 7. 3 steals and 3 blocks as they win it 114-103. So game number 5 in Brooklyn. The Nets up by 5. At the half, they're up by 14. And the Nets should win this one. They will. 121-99. Kawhi with 24, 8, and 5. Dirk with 20 and 6. KD with 35, 11, and 6. And we head to game 6. Back to LA we go. The Nets with an early lead. And the Clippers trying to get back into this. They're down by 13. Wow. And a big fourth quarter. The Clippers are right back in it. You've got to be kidding me. Down to, I want to get down to like a minute and a half here. Oh, wow. The Nets have taken a 7-point lead. I don't think that'll do it. The Brooklyn Nets win 102-98. Kawhi with 30. Dwight Howard with 29 and 17. Zach Randolph got hurt and had to leave the game. So we have a game 7. The Nets have come back from being down 3-1. No Zach Randolph either. Let's find the Clippers here. The Clippers and Zach Randolph out for the season. A severe left ankle sprain, so they'll have to do it without their starting power forward and probably their third best player the way he's been playing. So on to game number 7 in Brooklyn. Can they complete the 3-1 comeback? Up by 5 after 1 at the half. They're up by 8. Up by 17 going into the fourth quarter. A big fourth quarter, though, for the Clippers. They're right back in it, down to 1:09 to go. Let's jump in. A 4-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets, and they have the ball. Kawhi Leonard with it. Leonard will step back and take the three, and it's good! Kawhi Leonard hits the three to give the Nets a 7-point lead. What a shot by Kawhi. Kevin Durant going right at Kawhi. It's no good. Great defense by Leonard. And I think that's going to do it. The Brooklyn Nets might be going back-to-back. Mills with it. Swings it to Channing Frye for three. No good. Dwight Howard with the rebound. Out to Gordon. Eric Gordon will put it up and no good. Gordon with the rebound. Gives it to Durant. Durant lays it up and in. It's a 5-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are on the verge of winning their second straight NBA championship. Dirk will pass it in. He gets it to Kawhi, and they'll go ahead and foul. So Leonard to the free throw line. And the first is good. And the second is also good. So a 7-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets. 29 seconds to go. The Clippers got to take a three here. And then hope that the Nets just start missing free throws. So the Clippers will pass it in here. And they'll get it to Sean Livingston, over to Dwight Howard, to Kevin Durant, and Durant will lay it up and in. It's back to a 5-point game. Got to start hitting threes, man. So Osman will head to the free throw line with 21.5 seconds to go. And Osman's first free throw is good. And his second is no good. So the Clippers with a chance here. KD, step back, mid-range, good. So it's a 4-point game. If they would have been making threes, maybe it's a little bit different here. But I don't think Kemba Walker is going to miss free throws. Walker will hit the first. And the second is good. So back to a 6-point game. And 10 seconds to go. Livingston will just hold on to it. I think that will do it. The Brooklyn Nets are back-to-back NBA champions. They defeat the Clippers in back-to-back years. The Clippers fall to 1-2 in the NBA Finals. And Kawhi and the Nets will be 2-2 over the last 4 years. It will be their 4th franchise championship. And Kawhi Leonard will hoist up the Larry O'Brien trophy. They are your 2018 NBA champions. And Kawhi Leonard is back-to-back NBA Finals MVP. After nearly blowing the 3-1 series lead to Cleveland, Kawhi Leonard and the Brooklyn Nets come back from 3-1 and defeat the LA Clippers. The Zach Randolph injury might have kind of done it for the Clippers there. Durant with 32, 12, and 6 in the closeout game. Kawhi with 20 and 13. Dirk with 20, 10, and 5 in Game 7. Dirk gets a ring. Good for Dirk, man. Late in his career, he gets a ring. Kawhi Leonard wins Finals MVP, 24, 5, and 3. Nearly 2 steals and a block per game. But I'm glad Dirk got a championship. He probably retires, too. So good for Dirk getting a ring with the Brooklyn Nets. And that will do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And also comment down below, what are your guys' thoughts on the video? The Nets going to 4 straight finals, losing the first 2, but winning the next 2, beating the Clippers in both. Kevin Durant's now 1-2 in the finals. And LeBron James winning his 7th regular season MVP. He has 6 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Will he, I mean, only 5 titles. Will he win another? And Kobe Bryant retired, finishing as the all-time scoring leader. So let me know in the comments below, how does all of those things shift your greatest of all time, your top 10 list? Let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the year 2018.